If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all once again to this third lecture of this gate probability series. So today I have taken again 4 questions, question number 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay then, let's solve. A continuous random variable x has a probability density function. A continuous random variable x has a probability. Continuous random variable, yesterday what solving? You saw a uniform distribution, this one, uniformly distributed. I told you uniformly distributed is a continuous random variable. So they have defined a continuous. So what is the benefit of continuous random variable? In case of continuous random variable, what you can do, you can directly integrate for finding probability. That is the idea for continuous random variable. So it is e to the power minus x from x is equal to 0 to infinity, and they have asked you to find probability x is greater than equal to 1. So greater than equal to 1 means you want to go from 1 and you can go up to anywhere you want to be. So you will integrate it. So probability, this type of probability is nothing but you take integration. That means you are adding everything, probability of 1, probability 2, probability of 3, probability of 4 up to probability of infinity, you are adding. That is the idea. So for integration gives nothing but addition only, summation of all things, and it is continuous, so you can directly integrate this one. So e to the power minus x dx, this is the answer. So e to the power minus x, 1 minus 1 will come, so let me put it there, and 1 to the power infinity. So if I put minus e to the power minus infinity, minus plus e to the power minus 1, so e to the power infinity minus infinity is 0, 1 by to the power infinity, 1 by infinity is 0, so it will be 1 by e, and 1 by e, if you calculate, you will find it is 0.368. You can calculate from calculator itself the value of e. In 10, the fair coin is tossed till head appears for the first time. The probability that the number of required tosses is odd. This type of probability is known as negative binomial, or negative geometric, something of this format, where you try until success. So this type of probability you can name it as. These names are always given so that you remember what type of problem it is, so that you categorize. If you give some name, so it's better to memorize that thing, and better to be you can remember these things if you give some name. Try until success. So what is my success? Success is here head appears, and the probability that the head number of tosses are required to be odd. So this is given, tosses are to be odd. So these you have to think of. Odd means it should be in first trial, it should be in 3 trial, 3rd trial or 5th trial. So if I write it, suppose my head is in first trial, so okay, this is done. Or means, that's why I am going for plus. Or it can come from, or means union means plus, union means actually a plus b minus intersection. This is or, this is n, but here intersection will be 0, no common between it. Head cannot come in first trial also, in 3rd trial also. If it comes in first trial, then you will stop the game, because you will toss it until head comes. Once it comes, it will stop it. So either it will come in first, or it will go to 3rd trial, not second. Why not second? Because it is odd. I want to find it is the head in first trial, 3rd trial, 5th trial. So 3rd trial means first trial you have not succeeded, second you have not succeeded, 3rd you have succeeded. Similarly, you go for 5th trial. So now you got the idea. First, second, 3rd, 4th you will not get, and in 5th one you will get it. So dot. Similarly you can go. So what is the probability of getting head in first trial? Half. What is the probability of not getting head? That is also half, and then half, and then half. So now you are getting it. So it will be half, then half cube, then half to the power 5, and so on. So it is an infinite series, and you can see it is an infinite GP series. GP means geometric progression, because it is continuously multiply. If you multiply this one by half square, you will get this. If you multiply this one by half square, you will get in this. So it is a continuous infinite GP. So summation for infinite GP formula is A by 1 minus R. Very important formula, you should remember this. This is my A. 1 minus R is the ratio by which it is multiplying every time. So by which you are multiplying this one, you think what you have multiplied with this one, so that it came. What you have multiplied here, so that it came. So you have multiplied with half square, that's why it is 3 plus 2. Multiplied with half square, that is from 1 it became 3. So your R is half square. So it is half, it will be 1 by 4 if you do it, then it is 3 by 4, then it is 2 by 3. So this is your option C. In 11, consider a dice with the property that the probability of phase with n dots showing up is proportional to n. Means it has n dots proportional to n. So let me take proportionality constant k. So if it is 1 dot, then it will be 1k. If it is 2 dot, then probability will be 2k. So in dice, how many random variables are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 can come. So what is probability of this one? So it is proportional to the number they have told. So proportional means if I take proportionality constant, let me take x is proportional to y. So I can write x equal to ky, where k is the proportionality constant. So this is proportional to this will be k into this. So k, 2k, where k is my proportionality constant. So why I am not going beyond 6? Because it is a dice. So dice you will not have anything beyond 6. So we know the total probability is always 1. So if you sum all this probability, all the events, it should equal to 1. 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 4, 15, 18, 20, 21. So 21 k is equal to 1, k is equal to 1 by 21. Now what they are asking, what is the probability that the phase with 3 dots showing up? So 3 dots, what is the probability? 3k. So the probability of required probability is 3k. So 3 into 1 by 21. So 1 by 7. Just a basic idea how to start, that's it. You don't get confused with this type of words. I am showing proportional to n. You think if it is proportional to n, then something k and write down the table. Once you write down the table, then it becomes, you can then visualize this, what is happening. Then you can proceed. You have to write this table. It should come in your mind that, okay, let me write it at least the table. What are the cases? Let me see. Once you write, you will get the idea. This sum should be equal to 1. Number 12. If fair coin is tossed n times, the probability that the difference between the number of heads and tail is n minus 3. Tossing a coin is in binomial distribution. Binomial distribution formula, you can probability x equal to or x equal to r. Suppose a particular random variable it is. So it is NCRP to the power r and then q to the power n minus r. Something of binomial theorem. So r is the random variable for which you want to find the probability. N is the total number of trial. P is the success for each trial. Q is the fail rate of each failure. Now let me take number of head is equal to x. So number of tail will be the difference they told. Not which one is greater, they have not told. For time being, let me take head is greater. Higher number, head is having higher numbers and tail is having lower numbers. So what is the difference? Difference is n minus 3. If difference is 2, then you will take t is equal to x minus 2. If difference is n minus 3, then you will take x minus n minus 3. Okay. So, but this sum should be equal to n. Total time is n. So this should be equal to n. So if you do this one, 2x equal to 2n minus 3 or x equal to n minus 1.5. N cannot be fraction. Can n be fraction? You can try. You cannot try 1.5 times. You cannot try 2.5 times. So n cannot be fraction. X also cannot be fraction. You cannot have head 2.2 times. Either it will be 2 times or it will be 3 times. There is no fraction in number of head or number of tails. So if n is not fraction, this is not fraction. So how come 1.5 will come? So this case is not possible. So one case can be head x, head number of head is x, and number of tail is more than the head. However, difference they told you. Which one is greater? They have not told you. Here I have taken head greater. Here let me take tail greater. So these are the two cases possible. So it is 2 more head. Now again if you add, it should be equal to n. And get cancelled. 2x equal to 3. X equal to 1.5. Again x cannot be 1.5. You cannot have 1.5 times head. So that means both the cases is not possible. So the probability will be equal to 0. So the required probability is 0. So answer is 0. So no need to calculate using this formula or anything. They have given a case which is never possible to happen. If it is not never possible, if it is impossible, then its probability is 0. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.